Hello there. This video is to kind of give you some pointers on step 8 of the product review. You should have already written your rough draft, and the one that I went through yesterday was on that, or last week was the Keurig coffee maker. And now it is time to go back and look it over and do step 8, which is to revise and edit. I came up with a checkoff list because I want you to notice if you might be missing anything before you actually submit it and turn it in. And I guess this time would be a really good time to take another peek at that scoring guide, because you want to know what you're going to be graded on. A really smart student will look at the scoring guide at the beginning of the project, sometime in the middle of the project, and then kind of toward the end of the project. So remember, you are going to be graded 5 points on each of these categories. You have to have a strong introduction, which is a clever hook, short background information on the topic, and a clear claim statement. You're going to have 2 body paragraphs about supporting ideas. You have to have a strong supporting idea that supports the claim with multiple details, reasons, examples, or explanations directly connected to the main idea of this paragraph. If you have less than 5 sentences, you probably do not have enough there, and it has to be 5 sentences with new ideas, details. Same thing for body paragraph number 2. Body paragraph number 3 is going to be that strong counter argument against the main claim, which includes some details, reasons, explanations. Don't have to be quite as thorough as the other paragraphs, but you have to give it some cred. And then the rebuttal will also be in that paragraph that has to directly address the counter argument without repeating a previous idea. And then the conclusion, what we're looking for is ideas are wrapped up, reviewed well, claim statement is restated in a slightly new way. And then lastly, the editing and formatting, almost no mistakes in capitalization, grammar, usage, punctuation, spelling, and sentence structure. And then the formatting will be in 1214 Times New Roman, title, author, and a picture. So you're going to look for those things in the paper that you have written. On your steps and directions, I have a list of things for you to double check, and you're going to highlight read yours. I would strongly recommend having another set of eyes, a parent, a brother, a sister, a neighbor, a peer, somebody who's editing advice that you trust. It says good writers go back to improve their writing after writing the rough draft. Use the following checklist and others, peers or parents, to help you as you work to make improvements. And so I came up with this list of questions because they're specifically going to address things that are going to be addressed on the scoring guide. I want you to get a good grade. I want you to have a good solid piece of writing, a product review to turn in. So this is going to be an extra check. This is not just another assignment to do without thinking. You have to really think about your paper. So is your writing organized in clear paragraphs? If it is all bunched together and I can't tell where the paragraphs end, the answer is no. If you don't have 5 clear paragraphs, you have 3, the answer is probably sort of. And if you're like, yeah, I knew exactly how that outline matched with the paragraphs, I separated it, then you can mark yes. And if you have anything less than a yes, what you are going to need to do is change it and fix it. So you're going to highlight whichever is your answer. Then you're going to look at your introduction. Do you have a clever hook? It can't say this is a product review about. It's got to be something that's going to be engaging. Do you give short background information? Just even a sentence. Is the claim clearly stated? And then I'm going to ask you, copy and paste your claim right here. So what you're going to do is, my claim is, if quality is important to you, Keurig coffee makers is the best there is to buy. Control C, go back to this, Control V, copy it right there. Then you're going to go on to the body paragraph. Is the idea strong and clearly connected to the claim? It has to connect here logically. Do you use details, reasons, and explanations to elaborate? I would say, do you have at least 5 sentences doing all of that? Same thing with body paragraph 2. Body paragraph 3 is going to double check that counter argument and your rebuttal. Conclusion should restate the claim in a slightly new way. The writing needs to be included so there's closure, and you need to avoid language like, thank you for reading my paper. That's why you should buy this. Try to be a little bit more smooth with your writing. And then editing has some double checks on that. Once you are good with that, once you're done with that, then you go back to your paper and you make some changes and improvements, get some ideas, have somebody, especially if you struggle with spelling, have somebody double check your spelling, use spell check, all that. This is what it should visually look like, okay? Then you're gonna go into Schoology and click submit your writing. I won't know that you're ready for it to be graded until you actually click submit. So when you're like, yep, this is the best I've got, I need you to do that. I don't plan on regrading these, so don't use me as the editor after you've submitted. I really want you to use somebody as your editor so that I'm grading it one time. All right, good luck and take your time.